When you're in an abusive relationship, likely with someone who's narcissistic, and when you struggle already, maybe with your mental health, you have something undiagnosed or diagnosed, you are automatically more vulnerable and more susceptible to be indoctrinated into the abuse cycle. For myself, all my previous relationships before my last, most narcissistic one were more physically abusive than emotionally. So for me, the signs were always there when it was physically done because, you can see it. The emotional wounds, it's a lot harder to decipher and kind of pick out and identify because it is all internal, although it does translate into external. A huge wake up call for me was actually a little bit before I actually left him, but it was when we were all away at this cottage and someone else who was present at this time. It was breakfast time. I was in charge of cooking the eggs, and he had requested sunny side up or easy over, whatever. And I accidentally, broke the yolk. I'm no chef. Like, I cook very rarely. And I remember his response being so demeaning and immediately putting me down, but under his breath. So I thought no one heard. And I was embarrassed and, of course, trying to like placate the situation to, again, not cause like a stir. And someone else that was present actually heard these comments and then talked to me about it another day. And hearing from this other person that they're like, why would they speak to you like that? How that's shocking. That's not acceptable to put someone down just for, messing up eggs. It's no big deal. But to an abusive, narcissistic person, the smallest little mess up that, they requested from you, if you don't do it to their specifications and to perfection, prepare to be ripped to shreds in one form or another. But I'm sharing this to say that that kind of comment really was a wake up call and a huge eye opener for me. It wasn't enough for me to leave at that point, but I did start kind of paying more attention. I'm like, maybe how I'm feeling is valid. Maybe these comments and this treatment is wrong and it is abusive. But again, when you have no understanding or really knowledge of what actually is abuse versus what's not. And when you've been through so much abuse in previous situations, I just think it's so important to really pay attention and to just, things can just become so normalized that aren't. And if you feel that something is hurtful, something isn't right, it isn't. That is enough. Your feelings are valid. And to just have basic human decency and respect for your partner should be the absolute bare minimum, not just, oh my God, they're treating me so well because they didn't yell at me today. You deserve better, just like I did.